Hello again, everybody. I've got a bunch of thrift scores to show you stuff that I procured at thrift shops around the USA over the last few months. I haven't done one of these videos in a minute, so let me let you check this stuff out. A wide variety and some weird stuff in here. Check it out. Okay, here we go. Thrift finds, thrift scores, flea markets, that kind of stuff. I love digging around those things. And dig this CD here. Private Erotica, right? Real life sexual experiences in virtual reality, okay? Starring Laura, Daniel, Michelle. Okay, so you look here, you have things going on here, little silhouettes doing things, right? Look at this track listing, okay? Cybersex, Laura, Daniel, Michelle, Robert, Cindy and Steven, Richard and Wayne, Julie and Jennifer. Great stuff. Had to get that. Couldn't let that sit there in the thrift store all alone. And this really is just as good. This is the House Dog Intruder Deterrent CD. It's just a dog barking. Barking and growling. And, you know, I guess this could also be a fetish CD, some kind of sexual thing going on here. Never seen one of these. Had to pick that up. And the last CD for my recent thrift scores is this by Berlin. It's an album called Foreplay. It was a later album. I want to say this was like in the 2000s or maybe the 90s. But this is super hard to find. I mean, I looked it up. I'd never heard of it before. And it sells for good money. But I really honestly picked it up not knowing it was worth anything. I'm always just interested in Berlin, right? So I was like, oh, a Berlin album I've never heard, I'll get it. So yeah, I got to check this out. I still haven't heard it. Maybe we should do a couple of laser drops on this. Let's check it out. All right, here's a couple of laser drops on this Berlin album, Foreplay. Here we go. All right, let's do one more. All right, here's another one off that Berlin album. This is probably my favorite track. It's number 5. Check it out. So good. Okay, so moving on from Berlin. Now this is the first of the big stack of thrift scores that I have on vinyl. And this, okay, now this isn't necessarily a thrift score. This was outside of a local record store in their free bin. I was walking by there one night over the past couple of months and pulled this out for free. Beelzebub's big band, The Devils in Concert. What? I mean, I just had to get it for the devil reference, of course. But look at this cool label logo there. Straight Ahead Records. Look at that. Never heard of that before. Now, this isn't worth any big money or anything, but just had to get it. I couldn't pass up something called The Devils in Concert. So, there it is in all its glory. Next up, now you guys know, if you know me, you may have seen some videos where I let people know that I collect weird religious records. And one of the people that I collect is an artist named Marcy, also known as Little Marcy, also known as Marcy Tigner. Now there's Marcy Tigner, and there's Little Marcy. And she has quite a few albums out. There are various little differences in these covers. You know, some have, like this has a pink price sticker, $2.98, probably covering up a $1.98 price sticker. I collect all variations of her stuff. Happiness is Singing with Marcy, and there they are. If you look on my site for Little Marcy video, you will see a fairly in-depth, very interesting video on Marcy Tigner, so check it out. And then adding to my religious record collection, I found this gem. Now, come on, I've talked about Merrill Womack many times on my YouTube channel. This is his album Happy Again, which is the soundtrack to the movie He Restoreth My Soul. And Merrill, if you didn't know, was a gospel singer who, in a plane crash, burned his face off. And that happened to him, and he kept releasing records. Couldn't stop him, and most of his records have his face on the cover. And this is probably the fan favorite of Merrill Womack records. But he did more. Now here's one called "A Time for Us." There he has his burned face. You know, not very visible on this particular cover, but that would be something that would not be typical for Merrill, as you'll see coming up here. But yeah, "Time for Us," love theme from Romeo and Juliet. I believe this was a very early one, maybe his second or third record when his face was disfigured. So there's that. Also got another pressing, another copy of this, Merrill Womack, "I'm a Miracle Lord." And there you can see, obviously, he's had some work done. And there he is, Merrill. But yeah, he was just, I mean, anybody else probably would have said, okay, well, maybe I'm going to keep putting out records, but I'm not going to put my face on the cover. But this guy, he did it, man. He did it. I've got so many albums. Again, you should look on my YouTube channel for a video about Merrill Womack and my huge Merrill Womack collection. I talked to him on the phone back in the 1990s. Great guy. Anyway, there is Merrill Womack. God bless him. I love his records. Now, this was a very cool thrift find when I was in LA and Las Vegas recently. This is a band called Seduce. They're from Detroit. They formed in 1980 in Detroit. Kind of a hard rock slash kind of hair metal band, more hard rock. And this is their 1988 LP, "Too Much Ain't Enough," promo copy. And this band right here, they were featured on in the movie The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years. That's probably where they're most known for, but I want to give you a few needle drops on this real quick, so check it out. All right, here comes some needle drops on Seduce. And here's the cool little insert that came with it. There's the boys right there. Okay, now check it out. Good stuff. Let me try the other side. All right, here's the other side. Sounds like Motley Crue right there. I like that one too. Yeah. Second side sounds kind of harder, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, pretty good. Right, moving on. This was a great thrift find. I believe this was also on the West Coast that I found this. I'm not sure. It's called Harmonium. It's a band from Canada. They were a prog rock band. This is a 1974 album. This is the textured cover. I don't know if you can see it there in the light. Textured cover has a lyric insert here, some kind of insert there, and that's very cool. So yeah, this is again 1974 textured cover with insert, prog rock from Canada. And why don't we just do a couple of needle drops on this too? Check it out. All right, now we're going to let you hear some of this Harmonium record. And here is the little insert that comes with it right here. Fancy, fancy lyrics. All right, here we go with Harmonium, prog rock from Canada. Whoa. like French to me. Let's try side 2. All right, we'll try some side 2 of the Canadian prog rock here. And there's some tasty bits of harmonium for you. All right, that's harmonium. Now this here is a jazz funk fusion record. You know, typically not my style of stuff, but I do buy things to resell on eBay. So this was a thing that I got at a pawn shop. This is Visions and Dreams. I believe the band is called Visions. I'm not quite sure. 1983. The cover is not so great, but the vinyl is very clean. And this record has sold for over $100. I think I saw it for $130 on Discogs. Comes with the insert, and great find. Again, jazz funk fusion really isn't my thing, but let's check out a couple of needle drops on this just to see what it's like. Okay, just a couple quick examples of what this Visions record sounds like. Not really my type of stuff, but it will find its way to eBay. All right, and then along those lines, another cool jazz funk fusion record that I got at the same pawn shop is this Johnny Hammond, Gambler's Life. Really wicked cover there. Look at that. High gloss cover, flames shooting out of the mouth. 1974 album, jazz funk fusion. This is probably about a $50 record, maybe $60, but yeah, it's got the inner sleeve, it's got the Salvation blue label there. Pretty cool. It does have the industry cut mark there in the corner, but yeah, couldn't believe it. Pawn shop. Very cool find. And you know what? Let's do some needle drops because look at that cover. I got to hear what some of this sounds like. Check it out. All right, now time for some fire-spitting evil from Johnny Hammond. It's The Gambler's Life, and we're going to check out a little bit of both sides of this record. Here we go. Oh yeah, I like this better already than Visions. Yeah. Let's try some of the other side. We'll just flip it over real quick. Give it a quick dusting. Now let's check this out. Wow. Sounds really clean. All right, thank you, Johnny Hammond. Now, next few I'm going to show you, I found them all at the same store in Los Angeles, same thrift store, okay? All sealed, these, okay? Now, this is La Fonda Ancestor Boy album. This is indie pop from 2019. She is a French artist based in the UK. Vinyl Me Please edition here, color vinyl, and sealed. Crazy, huh? So yeah, obviously no needle drops on this one. I'm going to be selling this on eBay. But how cool is it to find completely sealed copies? And here's another. And this one is by a guy named Kip Stone. And it's called Fago Baby. This is hip hop. Specifically, I believe this came out in 2021, and this is only 200 copies of this vinyl available, from what I understand. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I don't know what it sounds like, but I know it's got dirty words. That's cool, right? Kip Stone, everybody. Hip hop. All right, sealed. Now, another sealed one. Check this out. Now, I believe you pronounce this woman's name Tovy Sturk. Tovy Sturk, I believe. There it is. She is Swedish, and this album is called Kiddo. This came out in 2015. It's synth pop. And yeah, I think this is a sought-after record. Totally sealed. Pretty cool. I believe it's on green vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. But there we go. Tovy with her synth pop album from 2015. Totally sealed. Now check this out. I kind of wish this wasn't sealed so I could hear it. This is called New Gen. It's UK hip hop, specifically the grime genre of hip hop, which I believe there was a guy named Dizzy Rascal I was really into, and I believe he was grime, if I'm not mistaken. But this is on XL Recordings, totally sealed, 2017 release of some grimy hip hop called New Gen. That's cool, huh? That's like heavy. It must be 2 records or something. All right, here's another sealed one. Cecil Taylor, of course. This is from 1974, live, Silent Tongues, jazz. And this is the exclusive Vinyl Me Please pressing. It's numbered, totally sealed, killer. 2018 reissue found at a thrift store. Only 750 of these were made and numbered. So that's going to go on eBay. Now, very last thing I want to show you is not sealed, and we are going to do a needle drop on it because I want to see what it sounds like. But this is a children's record called Backwards Land by Hap Palmer. He did a lot of kids' records. It's from the Palm Beach County Library here. Do not drop in book drop, please. Now, I'm just totally intrigued by Backwards Land. You got the balloons upside down here. He's riding this bunny backwards. He's carrying a chicken. This is flying upside down. You know, the bear's carrying the girl. Cats are loving instead of fighting. I wish my cats were doing that right now. I'm kind of dealing with integrating a stray into my home right now, so it's a little challenging. But here we go. Backwards Land. Comes with a little book, but let's just look at the songs here. Backwards Land, If I Had Wings, When Things Don't Go Your Way. I kind of want to hear that one. Amanda Schlupp, Teddy Bear, Helping Mommy in the Kitchen, Chomping Gum. Kind of want to hear that one. When Daddy Was a Little Boy, Friends Had a Football, Teddy Bear Ball. Okay, weird. We're going to do a few needle drops. Check out Backwards Land. So here we go. All right, everybody. This is a little taste of Backwards Land. What on earth? Okay, so we're going to hear a little bit of a track called Backwards Land. Here we go.
And backwards, oh, we love you so. So you love me, you make us happy. And backwards, oh, we love you so. Cars and clothes are worth more when they're secondhand. That's the way we live in backwards land.
Okay, not sure about that one. Now, what about When If Things Don't Go Your Way?
The very last one. What do you do? What do you say when things don't go your way? Go your way. Walk with draws, Willie whines, Terry tears her hair. Billy bangs the tabletop, Kirsten kicks a chair.
Kristen kicks a chair. Yeah, that's teaching kids how to rebel. I'm into this record. Let's try the other side. Let's do a quick flip here. Let's try this. This song is called Chomping Gum.
Snacking, cracking, wrinkled wad of slippery, slobbered slime rolls around my teeth and gum.
Oh, that's like some kind of fetish song or something. Let's try Teddy Bear Ball.
I see Mom and Daddy Bear dancing cheek to cheek, waving his baton, singing.
Oh, no, wait a second.
One bear on the drum.
No. That ain't, no, let's try Francie Had a Football.
He held her in his arms and took her for a walk. His sister snickered, hey, you're acting like a little girl.
Oh, we'll end on that note. He's acting like a little girl. It's all good with us. My goodness. All right, everybody. That was Backwards Land, 1987, Hap Palmer. Thank you all for watching this video of the stuff that I've picked up at pawn shops, thrift stores, flea markets over the past few months all over the USA. We'll see you next time. May the rock and roll gods bless you as they've blessed me. Bye-bye.